My name is Celia Caldas, and I'm the Winter Family Intern. I grew up going to museums and looking at art with my family, and I've always loved being in museums. And as an art history major, I figured getting a job at the Tang would be the right step for me to see if I wanted to work in a museum later on myself. After a few years of working at the Tang as a gallery monitor, I heard about this internship, which was only available to senior students, and couldn't find a reason not to apply. I loved the Tang, and I knew that I might be interested in pursuing a museum career after graduation, so this was the perfect opportunity to test things out beforehand. Not just being an intern or having an easy job to make some extra cash, but actually getting hands-on experience with working with art and working in a museum environment. This internship consists of spending each semester in a different department of your choosing, and during that academic year, you get to work on basically whatever project you want to work on within that department, and then the internship continues into the summer after graduation for summer employment, and it culminates in a final project. So my first semester, I wanted to work in engagement and education because I had started out as a gallery monitor and I had already sort of experienced what it's like to be in the front part of the museum, interacting with visitors and guests, and I wanted to kind of see what goes on behind the scenes with that, but still engage with museum visitors. And this was the perfect place to do it because I learned a great deal about programming and the steps that go into designing an event or program to bring those audiences into the museum. So it was really cool to see all the different responsibilities that are involved in making an event come to life and every single step along the way of executing that and making these ideas come to fruition. For my spring semester, I knew I wanted to work with exhibitions and the curatorial staff, and it just so happened that the director of the museum was teaching a class in conjunction with one of the big shows of the semester called One Work. And he had this idea to form a class of students and treat the exhibition as the syllabus for this class and make a course, like an art history seminar course, on the art of the artist interview, how to conduct an interview with an artist, why it's important, all of the work that goes into that. Getting to actually talk to the artist in person, in front of my classmates and in front of Ian, in the Tang context, was really incredible because you can do so much research and you can think that you have a pretty good understanding of what an artist is about, what they're interested in, what their work means to them. But having the opportunity to talk to a contemporary artist in front of their artwork is just an amazing, incredible opportunity. So this internship culminated in me curating my own show with works from the Tang's collection. This meant spending time in collections, looking through the racks of paintings, looking through the print room, also just looking at all of the images of the collection that we have online, just figuring out which pieces I was drawn to, and then trying to look for unifying themes within those pieces. Once I had done that, I began doing a little bit of research on the artists and figuring out how they might relate, whether it was in medium or style or time period when they were made. And I presented a couple of ideas to the curatorial staff, and they would come back with feedback. And the idea I eventually settled on was my show, Masked, where I had this group of things that I considered portraits, but they're not traditional portraits in the sense that they don't present a clear depiction of someone. You can't just look at the artwork and know immediately everything about the subject, which is kind of the purpose of portraiture traditionally. We all conceal and reveal certain parts of ourselves in daily interactions to different audiences, and I think it's impossible to fully communicate someone's full story through a portrait. I think that there are different layers to every character, every narrative, every subject, and I think that these pieces kind of show that fracturing. I had no idea what to expect with this internship because I knew from the start that it would essentially be whatever I made of it. I had complete freedom in deciding what I wanted to pursue with my time here. I learned a great deal, and I learned a lot about working in a small museum in general, and that the Tang is this like very special and unique environment, and this place has allowed me to explore my own ideas and produce something that I'm personally really proud of.